Welcome to Accessibility in Action, brought to you by Inclusive Communication Services. In this video, we'll walk through how to set up and use Zoom's language interpretation and sign language interpretation view features. Let's get started. First, we'll enable the interpretation features in your Zoom account settings. Go to the Zoom web portal and sign in. From the left-hand menu, click on Settings. Across the top, make sure that you're on the Meeting tab. Then scroll down to the In-Meeting Advanced section. You may also select the In-Meeting Advanced option from the sidebar if it appears for you. Find Language Interpretation and Sign Language Interpretation View and toggle both features on. This will enable interpretation options for all future meetings. Next, let's schedule a meeting with these interpretation features turned on. Once again, from your Zoom profile page, from the left-hand menu, select Meetings. Once on the page, click Schedule a Meeting. Then fill out your meeting details as usual, such as a topic, date, time, and details. Under Meeting ID, be sure to select Generate Automatically. This is the only option that will allow you to have access to the interpretation features during your meeting. Now scroll on to the Interpretation section. You want to ensure that both language interpretation and sign language video channels are both checked. If you happen to already know the interpreter's email addresses, you can add them here, as well as choose the languages that they will be utilizing. If you don't know the emails yet, that's okay. As long as these options are enabled, you can add the interpreters at a later date during the meeting. When everything looks good, click Save to create your meeting. Now let's look at how to set up interpreters the day of your meeting. As the host, once your spoken language and ASL interpreters have joined the meeting, you'll activate the interpretation feature. Simply click the interpretation icon in your Zoom toolbar, and a dialog box should appear. Let's go ahead and set up our spoken language interpreter first. Select Add Interpreter and Language. Type the interpreter's name into the field and select their appropriate profile. Next, choose the languages the interpreter will be working between. For example, in this demo, we'll leave it for English as the source language and choose Spanish as the target language. If your meeting is only utilizing spoken language interpreters, here is when you would just simply click Start. But we're going to go ahead and add a sign language interpreter to this meeting as well. Now you want to click Add Interpreter again, and this time select Sign Language. Type the interpreter's name and choose their profile just as before. Then click Start to launch the interpretation channels. If you realize someone was missed, that's okay. Click the interpretation icon again, then Manage Language Interpretation. Select Add Interpreter, and we're going to choose Sign Language again. Type in their name and pick the correct profile like you did previously. Then click Update to save the changes. One important thing to note is when you add sign language interpreters, Zoom automatically mutes them. This prevents them from interpreting for deaf participants as well as speaking to the host during setup. Once you have enabled interpretation and assigned your interpreters, click on the Participants option in your toolbar. Hover over each ASL interpreter's name and click the Allow to Talk option. This ensures your interpreters can unmute and communicate as needed during the meeting. Your interpreters are now set up and ready to go. Before getting started, it's a good idea to notify everyone in the meeting that interpretation is available. Encourage all guests to select their language channel, even if their language matches the source, for example, English. Choosing a channel helps to ensure that everyone hears the correct audio feed and that interpretation runs smoothly for all participants. Now let's see what this looks like from the guest's perspective. Guests will arrive in the waiting room, and once admitted, they'll enter the meeting as usual. To access interpretation, guests click on the interpretation globe icon in their Zoom toolbar. If they're unable to locate the interpretation globe, they can click on the More icon represented by the three dots. There, they'll find the interpretation option. Guests can select their desired language channel from the list provided. For those using sign language, click the interpretation icon again and choose American Sign Language. This will cause a separate window to appear, showing the ASL interpreter. This window can be moved anywhere on the screen so guests can position it comfortably throughout the meeting. When a team interpreter's camera turns on, it will appear in the same window, allowing for a smooth handoff. Guests can now follow along with spoken or sign language interpretation, making the meeting accessible for everyone. And that's how you enable and use the interpreter features in Zoom. Thank you for watching Accessibility in Action. By taking these steps, you're helping create meetings where every participant can connect and engage equally. If you have questions, please reach out using the contact information provided. Thanks for partnering with Inclusive Communication Services, where communication is for everyone.